It is essential for residents, particularly for their quality of life, to have time outside of bed. However, many need help getting from the supine or laying flat position to sitting upright to get out of bed. This video will provide you, the viewer, with an overview on how to help a resident sit up from a supine position. This technique shown in the video works very well if the resident's bed cannot be raised or adjusted. When helping residents sit up in bed from a flat position, caregivers have many considerations to make. The movement of going from a flat position to sitting can put the caregiver's body in awkward positions. If the caregivers can elevate the resident with the use of pillows as seen in the video, it lessens the use of awkward postures. Any use of awkward postures by caregivers increases the risk of injury to one or both caregivers. For this movement, the resident needs to be able to assist their caregivers by helping to push up from the bed as they are moved upright. It is important to note any assisting movements such as this should not be done if the resident has not been assessed by qualified personnel first. To set up, the caregiver closest to the resident's torso will place their hand closest to the resident's head down the resident's back with the pit of their elbow over the resident's shoulder and their palm in between the resident's shoulder blades. Their other hand will be placed palm down against the resident's hip, cupping the resident's hip. The other caregiver will grasp the resident's calves around the back of the legs just below the knees. Both caregivers will have their knees slightly bent, keeping their backs as straight as possible. In a coordinated movement, the caregiver at the resident's head will support and turn the resident's torso, while the caregiver at the legs will guide the resident's legs over the side of the bed, placing the resident's feet on the floor. The caregiver at the resident's head will end up close to the resident in the standing position, supporting the resident at the side of the bed. The caregiver at the calves will bend their knees further and ending up in a squatting position, moving the resident's feet over the edge of the bed and onto the floor. Caregivers will have to be careful not to overflex or twist at the waist and maintain support for the resident throughout the movement.